Hi friends, welcome back. So we are currently living through and witnessing the largest, grandest, hugest, biggest, and most ridiculous market bubble in history. These are the headlines coming out. Some guy just bought a banana for $6 million. You probably heard about it. And essentially, if you want to know what a market top or bubble looks like, it looks like this. When people have so much money that they can essentially waste it on bananas. He's going to take the banana home. This is a crypto billionaire. He's going to eat the banana. He's like, oh my God, this is so fantastic. I have so much money. I can waste it on $6 million bananas. According to him, he says, this is Justin Sun. He says here, the banana is a cultural phenomenon that bridges the world's art, memes, and the cryptocurrency community. Guys, this is the top. He also says here, I believe this piece will inspire more thought and discussion in the future and will become a part of history. I agree. It'll definitely become a part of history. And he says he's going to eat the banana. And why? As part of this unique artistic experience, honoring its place in both art, and history, and popular culture. Again, you're looking at what bubbles tops look like when people are buying $6 million bananas. But it gets worse. He's now giving $30 million to Trump to buy Trumps. That's the new President Trump coming in. Crypto scam. That's a real thing. People don't talk about it enough, but this is real. So the banana guy is now buying Trump's crypto. It says here, we are thrilled to invest $30 million in World Liberty Financial as its largest investor. The U.S. is becoming the blockchain hub, and Bitcoin owes it to real Donald Trump. Tron is committed to making America great again and leading innovation. Let's go. Guys, isn't this obvious? It's a bubble. You have people buying bananas for $6 million. Now you got people giving the President of the United States, because the President of the United States is running crypto scam. I mean, why not? Because that's where all the money is. And if people are going to vote for you to scam them, I mean, why not? Guys, that's a bubble. Moreover, look at this. I always laugh when I see this because it's like, this is so ridiculous. This is the President of the United States, right? He was selling you Bibles. He was selling you watches. Now he's selling you guitars. I can't even keep track of all the stuff he's trying to sell you. Remember, he's got the gold shoes he's selling you. He's got the NFTs. At one point, he was selling you steaks. You guys know this. He had his Trump University. Now he's got this crypto scam thing. What more could be obvious that this is the top of the bubble? And what's even more crazy, like half the country said, oh, you know what? I'm buying into this guy. It was even worse. His wife, like Russia was even like running in their news, naked pictures of his wife because his wife was a model, and there's a whole fiasco with that. This is what a bubble looks like. Let me show you this. You also have this. This is the Shiller-P ratio if you want to look at numbers and not just bananas and presidents selling guitars. The Shiller-PE is currently at 38, okay? This is the price of stocks compared to how much companies earn, meaning that we're paying a lot of money for very little earnings, very little profits. The peak of this thing was dot-com bubble. That was back in 99. It was 44, meaning very, very hot. And I've always said all along, when this thing hits around 40, best get out. This is what a bubble looks like when you're paying too much for very little earnings and people are buying bananas. And you got something like this. And this is the stuff that you witness at the top of the bubble. You have the Jensen Huang, who's the CEO of NVIDIA, which is the graphics chips. And basically, graphic chips are the peak, or sort of representation of the hardware for crypto, for your AI, all this crazy, awesome, quote, innovation. And he's out because he's so rich, signing people's chests, right? So certainly there are going to be some people who get rich out of this stuff, but a lot of people are going to get hurt. They're going to lose everything, and in fact, probably be less than zero. Or you have something like this. These are all the headlines coming out that signal on top of the bubble. You have this one company, and you have Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy. They're like buying yet more Bitcoin, 5 billion worth, 55,000 Bitcoins, and it turns out, I guess essentially his company's valuations is based on the price of Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops, he'll probably lose everything. The same way a lot of people will, because they're over leveraged, right? They're essentially drinking the Kool-Aid.
But I will tell you one thing. Elon Musk is the greatest person on the planet right now. Nobody else out there, nobody has made a rocket ship that'll go to Mars. Nobody out there has made electrification a reality. You look at that magnificent piece back there. Even if you don't like the look of the Cybertruck, look inside.
And guys, I totally understand when I come out and make these kind of videos and say, hey, buying bananas for $6 million at the top. People are like, no, Chris, you're so dumb. Bananas for $6 million is the future. Don't you know? It's like banana world forever. We're all going to go apes and bananas and we're going to make tons and tons of money. Oh my God, we're so awesome. And guys, you also have like, the most popular CEO in the world, Elon Musk, telling you, hey, you're going to have humanoid robots just like C-3PO, R2-D2. You're going to have these robot, cars drive around. You're going to lay in your couch. It's going to be the age of abundance and you're going to make a bunch of money. I mean, isn't it obvious this is a bubble? Isn't it obvious? And then whenever I show you what Elon Musk is doing, he's like literally playing video games. Headlines are coming out that he's like, the best Diablo 4 player in the world. I mean, isn't that obvious? It's a bubble. Or you have this. He's like, tweeting out these memes talking about how awesome his ex Twitter platform is Batman and Robin. Shut it, right? We are the media now. You are not the media. And he's basically bragging that he controls, quote, all the media. And what's interesting about the Elon Musk situation is people worship this guy, right? Like I find it so fascinating. The same way, say, people worship Trump. It's like a culty kind of thing.
Reading books is a very cheap way to, I guess, entertain. I wouldn't call it entertainment because my brain is far too advanced. I'm too smart to read. I'm not gonna sit there and go, smart people read. No, I need action. I need constant chaos in my life to feel content. I need to be driving a supercar and fighting a bunch of hoes and champagne and going crazy. I can't just sit there, and the pirate on the boat. Like, it's for people with slow brains.
And this, again, signals tops the bubble. This Elon Musk just an hour ago. That's because it's working. You are the media now. I'm telling everyone, oh my God, give me $8 so you can be part of the media and just tweet out memes as if tweeting out memes is like crazy freedom. Elon Musk also tweets out, the legacy media forgot that honesty really is the best policy. Now you are the media. Guys, if you saw my video before, I even use Elon Musk his own software called Grok. And I asked Grok, who is does Elon Musk a liar? And basically Grok said yes, that Elon Musk spreads misinformation, disinformation, this kind of stuff. And again, this is what a bubble looks like. You also have this, which is also crazy, regarding the Trump situation. And I want to point to crypto because I think the crypto and AI sort of trigger the bubble, and it'll be interesting what we end up labeling this, bubble as we look back in history. You could call it crypto AI bubble, or you could call it chip bubble or tech bubble, because it's not going to be .com. And essentially what's going on here is there are people who put their names behind this, right? So in this situation, the headline is Trump family gets 75% of crypto coin revenue. So they're going to make a bunch of money on this stuff, but they have no liability, right? And they're going to essentially walk away with your money and laugh at you. And moreover, you have this banana thing here.
Everybody understands AI is big. Everybody except for Time Magazine understands Elon Musk is the top player in this space. And he has killed himself to make this happen. This is the genius of our generation, who is the most hated human, which is... He's always under fire, and he's firing on all cylinders, and he's driven by hate, which is great. So the future is very bright, and he's a genius of our time.
I personally feel why this is obviously a bubble is essentially we're going to be spending all this money to use energy to produce, to mine, and basically manage and track these crypto coins, right? That's where all of our energy is going. Then we have all this energy to do the same thing with data centers and AI. And energy is a valuable resource, right? It is a finite resource. And essentially, you have people out there in this world that don't have enough energy to heat their houses in the winter, yet we're investing all this money to produce crypto coin that doesn't really offer any value in the world, other than it's a speculative asset, meaning that you buy Bitcoin because you believe other people are going to buy Bitcoin. And essentially, you're a fool for buying it, but you think there's going to be a bigger fool for buying it. And to be fair, yes, there's a lot of fools in the world. And we're watching Bitcoin race up to 100,000. And will that end up being the actual peak when Bitcoin hits 100K? Then suddenly everyone sells and cashes out. And this is sort of where I warn you guys several times that essentially, yes, you can make monies in a bubble, right? You can totally make money in a bubble, but unless you sell, it's just unrealized gains. It's just paper gains. Until you sell, you go buy a house, you go buy like hard assets, buy something that you can hold on to, physically touch. You will not have anything right now. Yes, you could say, well, Chris, you're so dumb. This guy just bought a $6 million banana. That's something he can physically touch and eat. Yeah, you're right, but you're overpaying for it. right? Overpaying for things is essentially another way to go bust. One of the big things that I've mentioned to you guys before, say in the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency thing, there's a lot of leverage there. And once the selling starts, it'll collapse very, very quickly. I believe Bitcoin, I think it's like 1 out of every 5 Bitcoins on leverage. Basically, you're borrowing money, right, to buy said things, and you're over leveraged. The Archegos guy recently, he had this big problem with that. He went up to like billions of dollars, but basically what he was doing, he was borrowing money to buy stock. Then he would say, hey, give me more money from another bank, and he used his stock as collateral, but that was all on leverage. And he kept doing that with multiple banks and not telling, the other banks that he was all on leverage. And eventually the house of cards collapses. And that's what I think this thing is going on here. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I think it's obvious it's a bubble, and we're going to end up having a president of the United States who's essentially kind of the king of the bubble, followed by Elon Musk, who is sort of your supporter, first lady of the bubble, or first man, however you want to call Mr. Musk. And again, this is so obvious when you look at all these things put together, but I know when you're caught up in it, all you see your account going up and you just feel like it's going to be the future forever, but it's not. I promise you it's not. And I'll catch you in the next video.